What is up, guys? Welcome back to Hot Rod Homestead. Today we've got something a little bit different. As you can see, we got Larry behind us. It's got the new clutch in it. Found out a few things about the hydraulic setup that's helped us improve the way that it drives a little bit. So last time y'all saw it, we actually we put the clutch in, all that fun stuff, and it was still acting up just a touch. So I got in there. There's a little barrel inside that hydraulic cylinder for the clutch. What's up, Twiggy? And we greased that up a little bit, and it was actually able to move more freely, stuff like that. So Larry's back on the road and doing good. So like I said, today's a little bit different. As you can see here, it's a little blurry. I'm going to zoom in on it for you, but we're going to give this thing the sweet patina treatment. Let me turn this camera around. I'll explain kind of what we're doing, and we'll get a good before walk around of the truck and a good after, and I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out. So stick around. Let's polish this bad boy with some of the sweet patina. All right, so this is some of Sweet Patina's product line. We've got the patina sauce, the Get Gone degreaser. We've got the So Fresh and So Clean. That's their all-purpose cleaner. We've got their Happy Endings. That's like their kind of final detail wipe. I use that as like as a detailer whenever I get to shows, stuff like that. There's Century Polish, which is something like what I'm going to be using today. So if you don't already know, sweetpatina.com, that is where you get these products. Blake Evans and the crew, they are really, really awesome. So what we're going to do today, we're actually going to use the So Fresh and So Clean all-purpose cleaner. We're going to go all the way around this truck. Once we go all the way around it, we're going to use a microfiber to take care of all that. Then we are going to do the Century Polish. What we're going to do with that, I've got a little 5-inch orbital buffer. I am no body man, nor am I a buffer or finisher. With that being said, we're going to give it a shot. After we do all that, we're actually going to come back with the Happy Endings. That's what that was recommended. And once everything's done, the So Fresh and So Clean cleaner, next the Century Polish. Then once we final wipe it with the Happy Ending, this thing should look like a brand new truck. So let's do a walk around, get a good look of how can I word it? Creamy this thing is. And when I say that, check this out. It is just a dull, you can hear it, a dull, kind of comes off on your hands. That's some of that, I guess it would be the single stage paint from back in the 80s. So yeah, let's turn this thing back shiny a little bit, see if we can make it look good again. And huge thank you to Blake Evans with Sweet Patina. And I hope that you guys can find a product that y'all can use from now on. Stick around. Let's clean this thing up. All right, so we're gonna start out with the So Fresh and So Clean. Wipe it down real quick. Gonna put the phone on the stand and see if we can do it real quick. Just wipe it down, get all the junk off of this thing. See if we can turn this dull tan and white into something shiny that will bead some water. Let's do it, try it out. Tool of choice. So Fresh and So Clean, simple microfiber. Let's get after it. All right, so as you can see, that So Fresh is So Clean, it's already got a lot of the stuff off of this truck. There's already a touch of sheen to it, honestly. So this thing sat for a little while over at Twigs. That clutch was giving so much issue and stuff. It was hard to drive. So with that being said, just a little bit goes a long way. Now that it's cleaned up, looks a whole lot better. I'm gonna finish up the other side of the truck over there, see if we can get it all cleaned up, and we'll get to buffing. See how it turns out. I'm pretty excited. This is the photogenic side. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Twiggy's back there playing babysitter. He's playing Uncle Twig for us. Thankfully, we couldn't do it without him. Watch this. Awesome. All right, so I have the Sweet Patina Century polish here. I've got one of the 5 to 6 inch orbital buffers. It's just a little cheap Ryobi. I think this thing was like 70 bucks. But I got a whole bunch of batteries for these, and so we're just gonna use it. I'm not good at this anyway, so we're just gonna see how it does. Right now I've got the RPM set to about 3,000. I'm gonna crank it to 58. See what happens. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a little microfiber pad on this thing. We're gonna start on the hood. I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. So let's make sure we shake this stuff up. Let's get it started, see if we can make this thing shine. Check it out. Did half of the hood. The reflection. Actually does really well. Even for the patina that's on this truck, look at the difference. Check that out. So I've got exactly half of the truck done. Check out the reflection on the hood. The hood is actually took the worst of anything. I'm not sure that's factory paint on the hood, but if you look on the fender, I know for a fact that's factory painting all the way down the door. Check it out. It's starting to shine really good. So paint itself, the fender that's all beat up, got some sheen to it. The roof got some sheen to it. Pretty wild, really. So it's working really well. I've actually hit all the stainless with it. You see it's actually got some sheen. The tailgate, see if you can see a difference there. Yep, you can see the reflection. Woo! Coming along. Let's see how the driver's side does. As you can see, the sheen on this side now. Let's compare it. The hood alone, half of that. But look at how dull. The white's got a little bit of sheen to it, but how dull this is. Hear that? It's just dull old paint. Let's see if this Century polish has got what it takes to make this side look just like the other. Starting to get the hang of this buffer. Like I said, I am not even close to good with this thing. So hopefully I can make this side match or even look better. I'd be fine with that. All right, guys, so right there is real life how this stuff works. I am no good at this stuff. It's probably pretty obvious. If any of y'all are body shop people, correct me. It's okay, I'll take it. I want to get better too. But that is real life, just your average Joe going over a factory paint 1980 Silverado, you know, C30 with the sweet patina, Century polish, cheap rags, cheap buffer, cheap pads. This is just budget friendly way to take the dullness out of your hot rod. So with that being said, I'm gonna do one last walk around and so y'all can kind of see the comparison from the beginning to the end. And let's put Sweet Patina's name out there. This stuff is super user friendly. I have honestly only buffed one other thing. That was my C10 like 10 years ago. So I am literally a beginner. And in my opinion, turned out pretty jam up for an old pickup. So stick around. Let's do a walk around this thing. And I hope you guys enjoy the Sweet Patina Century polish. Till next time.